Hi. Thanks, security. Bless up. Hi, guys. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world, or good night. Bless up your nice, clean self. Yeah. On the road again today, and it's exercise day. I'm going to Pilates right now, and, becoming a mom, as you guys would have seen me before, I was living in the gym, preparing myself and just really wanting better health. I wasn't thinking about having a child. I was going to the gym because I wanted to lead a better quality of life. Because a lot of times, when we come out, they go grave in terms of what we eat and how we live. And I was just sick and tired of being sick and tired. And actually, my husband was the one who inspired me to start the gym. Because he started, and I said, no. Then him older than me, him work hard, and him still find time to go to the gym. And me just sit down and say, no, sir, that don't look good. The morning I remember getting up and I could not put on my sports bra. And guys, let me tell you, that for me was a catalyst. Like, nope, it's not going to be one day. It's going to be today. Today, I'm going to get up, I'm going to put on my tights, I'm going to put on my sneakers. Them time there, I never have proper gym clothes because remember, I'm not going to gym. Some of the gym clothes, I wear heels and wedge heels, and some I have. One look about a sneakers I have because I'm not really a sneakers person. I'm more of a slippers, Bridget's, whatever, slippers and heels. And I said, God, I'm going to start here. And my journey started at Spry. And I have to say big ups to Jay Edwards, such a wonderful, clinical, passionate person about health and healthy lifestyle. And the first day I go on him assessed me, my ankle lean, my back lean, every part of me. Hear me? I come like the leaning tower piece. Like the giddy house over Port Royal, maybe just go home, go lie down. But I stuck it through, and trust me, guys, my trainer, O'Neill, worked with me at the time. Such a wonderful young man, knowledgeable, and him work with me. And guys, when I see the result, I me did look them time there. Unbeknownst to me, I was actually getting my body ready for my baby. So when I get pregnant, my fit to till, even when I was 3 months pregnant, nobody really knew because I had developed so many abdominal muscles and strength that my belly never really showed, And I think over the years, they have lied to us as women to say, oh, don't lift weights because you're going to look like man. Oh, you're going to look tough. You're going to look this way. Lies. Lies. First of all, we don't have enough testosterone on board to bulk up that much unless you're taking steroids or something else, After baby now, put on weight back. I said, Jesus, because my appetite, when I was pregnant, became a happy slack. All of the things I couldn't eat, at them time that me tell you, I just went to town. It has been a difficult journey, a difficult road for me to get back in the gym, get back where I was, right? And one of the things I've noticed that when you have a baby, your body is not the same. It can be very, depressing. It can feel, a lot. Your belly out there so it never there. You have cellulite. You said, And then for me, I felt like it was a setback in terms of why Jano Star. Look how me did lose the weight, come down to 195. I have muscles, biceps, triceps, I have a little toe-pack, a guan, and I'm little belly the sun. My thighs them well shape out and carve out and, I said, Jesus, God Almighty. I reach back right here, so. But then, whenever I look at my daughter, for me, it's all worth it. But also looking at my daughter, she gives me the impetus to know that I have to be healthy because I want to live long to see her past the worst stage. I want to live long for day for her, to protect her, to guide her, to love her, provide for her. And also, as a wife, I have to be fit. I have to be limber. You can't let go yourself, so. Because at the end of the day, nobody want nobody will look like Lego panty. No. You can't leave up yourself. You understand? Because remember, men are visual beings. And no matter trait have husband now or good boyfriend now, you get comfortable and let go yourself. No, I don't believe in that. So as a wife too and as a woman for my own personal self, I have to fix up myself. And I have to stay good. Yeah, I want to look good in my lingerie. I don't want to look like, you just look like some putty, I don't know. Look good. And to me, guys, when you don't look good, you don't feel good. And that's why sometimes, as women, you get grumpy, you get miserable. And sometimes you're nagging about things when it's really not that is a problem. Well, self-esteem has taken a hit. That's the issue. So we have to fix it. And so what I've decided to do, somebody introduced Pilates to me, and I said, okay, I'm going to try it. Because also as a modern mommy, you have to diversify your workout, right? Maybe I'm not ready to go back in the gym yet, but that doesn't mean that I can't do something. Walking, skipping. I'm doing some aerobics in my house. I'm going to Emancipation Park, go walk, or I walk in my community, but it's important to start because I tell you say, if you're in a mind shop, we reach all 18, I'm still a say, boy, the baby weight. At what point are we going to stop blaming the baby? But I've realized too that in order to be where you want to be and how you want to be, I have to put it into being. So this is me saying I am not happy with how I look at the moment and I need to fix it, I need to change it. And even if you do surgery, you still have to maintain it. So for me, it's a lifestyle change. So I am opening up myself to being better, to be healthier, to look and feel better about myself. So I'm gonna try the Pilates and see what can go on. So I'm gonna rock the rock and do the do, okay? So come with me to Pilates, Modern Mommy Diaries, yay! All right, no problem. All right, later, yeah man, bye. All right, bye. Yeah. Ah, thank you. Hi, ladies.
Hi,
morning.
welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, Soma.
Welcome, Mrs. Katie.
Thank you,
So good to
Myla.
meet you.
Nice to
Welcome
meet you
Body
too.
Forte.
Thank you. I've heard a lot about here.
Well, we're very excited to have you.
I am very excited to be here, but nervous as well, Summer.
Don't have to worry about that.
I've never done Pilates before.
That's all right.
And I'm like, at my size, I don't know if it's for me. Because when I see the Pilates people, they look very limber. I don't know, but I'm willing to try something
Absolutely,
different.
and I understand you had a baby a
Yes,
year ago.
yes, I
so that's going to
did.
be great for you too.
Thank
So
you.
remember, we're physical therapy and Pilates, so we got your back in both aspects, the medical and the wellness aspects. So we got you covered.
Amazing. Well, I'm looking forward to it because,
Yeah.
you know, as a mommy, 1 year postpartum, things have not been the same. Things are not working the same. And, you know, I'm having a bit of difficulty in staying on track and just really finding something that I love, that is also healthy and will do good for my body.
Absolutely.
And, you know, just the hormones and just the different emotions that go along with it, you know. So I said, you know what, I heard about here, Body Forte, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try it and see what it's all about, because maybe the things that I used to do before is not necessarily what I need now.
Yeah, well, we can figure that all out. We get to know what you want to focus on and get you on the Pilates apparatus.
Great.
And get you moving.
Lovely.
Sounds good?
Sounds great.
Awesome.
Thank you
Let's go.
so very
Come on
much.
back.
Yes, thank you. Hi, ladies. Good morning. How are you?
All right, so welcome.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow.
So you can
This
have
is nice.
a seat.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, my love. Thank you.
All right, so this is our Cadillac.
Wow.
A piece of apparatus called the Cadillac.
The Cadillac.
And I decided to do the Cadillac today because a lot of studios have reformers, and I thought I'd give you something different and
introductory.
unique. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I want to know what brought you in today.
Well, having my baby, my daughter, I fell off the gym wagon.
Okay.
I have also gained weight. Before thinking about going under the knife, which I'm not against, I wanted to have an option as to what I can do, because I still believe in lifestyle change. Because even if you have surgery, if you're not exercising, if you're not eating properly, you're going to put the weight back on. Being pregnant, I was able to move a lot, you know? I feel seize up somehow. Like my rotator cuff, my movements are not as supple as I used to be.
Well, that's something that we can definitely help you with because, as I said, we're a physical therapy clinic with Pilates-based rehab and a wellness studio upstairs.
Nice.
So many of our clients are physical therapy clients dealing with back care or mommy issues like diastasis, bladder issues, that types of thing, all kinds of stuff, orthopedic injuries. So I like the fact that you're looking at it from both angles. From a functional standpoint, you want to be able to feel good and move well and not have pain. You want to be there for your family and be able to do your work. But you also want to look good too.
No, that is the first part. No, that part, girl, that part. Because when you feel good as a mommy and you're pouring from a full cup, I think you serve your children better, you serve your husband better,
Right.
you serve your community better, you serve yourself better,
Right.
you know?
So I went through your intake form.
Yeah.
And so you had a C-section
Yes.
just over a year ago.
Yes.
So we're going to treat this as a Pilates session.
Yeah.
And we're going to get you going with some of the basics.
Okay.
So we do Pilates with no shoes.
Oh, no shoes.
And
why is that?
Socks are optional, but we just feel our feet are really important. They build a foundation from the ground up. Just like our core has many layers of muscles, our feet have 4 layers of muscles.
Oh, nice.
So really restrictive shoes limit that. And so we want you to either be barefoot, or we have some really cute Pilates socks.
Nice.
If you'd like to use a pair, or you can go barefoot, wherever you choose.
Ready to try.
Excellent.
So let me just take my shoes off.
Perfect.
Take my shoes off.
Yes.
All right.
You can pop them under there.
Okay, beautiful.
So we are going to lay on your back.
On my back.
Head here.
Right.
Legs there.
Okay. All right. Ooh, pray for me, guys.
You'll be great. All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about is breathing, right? So you asked me a lot about pelvic floor, and breathing the right way is going to help so much. So let's go ahead, bend your knees, feet flat. Nice. Let's go arms by your side. Wonderful. You know, who's Pilates for?
Yeah.
It's for everybody.
Yeah. What about age? Because, you know, you have women who are in their 20s, 30s.
This class has, I think,
50s.
2 people in their 80s upstairs.
Wow.
Who've been coming twice a week for 10 years.
Wow, amazing.
You know, 'cause we have an amazing team of physical therapists and Pilates teachers.
Yeah.
For mummies, we accept health insurance.
Oh.
So if you're really having some mummy problems, whether it's bladder issues, painful sex, diastasis, if you're really having maybe some more medical issues, you can speak to your doctor and say, hey, I want to try physical therapy, and we will do Pilates-based physical therapy with some education, some manual therapy. So that's one track for the mummies.
Yeah.
The other track would be, I want to do a Pilates private, which is similar to what we did today.
Yeah.
That's one-on-one. We'd go through your intake, we'd talk about your goals. The third option, which is what a lot of people do because it's also very affordable.
Yes.
Right?
That part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is take group class.
Yeah.
Right? I would not recommend a group class if you have specific issues or injuries. You know, start with a private.
Yeah.
But if you're brand new, you've never done Pilates like you were, and you chose to do a group class, we would have put you in what we call a foundation class.
Gotcha. I'm so happy to have been invited to come, and I really am coming back because I really want to be the best version of myself so that I can impact that and pass that on to my daughter,
Absolutely.
for my husband, for my family, for myself, because I got work to do.
Yes.
I got money to earn, and I gotta be in the best shape. So thank you so much to you and your team.
Thank you so much.
so much. Summer is here. A summertime. Ha ha. She's a double Olympic silver medalist, a 5-time Olympian, Member of Parliament for West Rural St. Andrew. She's also a state minister in the Ministry of National Security. She's a mommy. She is a wife to Levon Flynn. She is an icon. She is a living legend. And trust me, a lady with a lot of muscle and really stay good. She's my friend and my very special guest here on another edition of Modern Mommy Diaries, Mrs. Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn. Welcome!
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing, beautiful?
Thank you for having me.
You are so beautiful.
Oh, you are too.
You are amazing.
And I admire you as well as you admired me.
No, listen. So let's go back. The way the admiration, a deep crowd of people. Remember now, back in the 90s, there were 2 names in athletics and in sprint. Merlin Ottey and Juliet Cuthbert. Now, remember back in 1992, I was only a little girl, okay? I was a little girl. But nonetheless, I was cheering you on in Barcelona. Them time they, we never know about Barcelona, they would never care.
Not just that, we didn't have a TV in the square to look at and to see what was happening.
Girl, them time they have big back TV I wear. We don't even have a flat screen. They have a flat screen. Big back TV with the antenna upon the roof. We said with brother or said our cousin say, turn the hanger that way then. Yeah. This left it, right? If you remember, you remember. But I remember when you took to that track and when them say, on your mark, get set, go, and you took off. Juliet, listen, for every little girl, you were that dream, you were that hope of greatness and example of Black excellence. And it is such an honor to be sitting in your presence right now. Cause like from that little girl, like, yeah. What was that like for you? Do you remember that?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Oh, definitely. I mean, it feels like it was yesterday, Barcelona. I'll never forget that city. That city was very kind to me.
Nice.
Because it took me a couple of Olympics to get a medal.
Yeah.
And I was an underdog, you know. Nobody thought I was going to win a medal, even though I'd beaten Merlene at the national championship.
Yeah.
But I was so confident because a lot of people don't know this, but Merlene Otte actually gave me her workout. She gave me a workout for beat her.
Yeah.
So it was about Merlene, Privalova, and Gwen Torrance.
Yes.
That's where everybody, and Gail Devers.
Yes.
That's where they were looking at.
Yeah.
And everybody thought I was going to get fifth. And I go, who am I talking to?
Who am I talking?
Me, I going to get fifth. I was like, I'm going to beat everybody in the field.
Yeah.
And I was that confident.
Wow.
And it was just an amazing feat just to go out there and get the silver medal in the 100 meter and then come back a few days later getting silver in the 200.
During all of that, being world-class sprinter, world-class athlete, motherhood crept in there. So talk to me about becoming a mommy. Your line of motherhood, it's a linear, right? A lot of ups and downs and so on. So talk to me about your first foray.
Leading up to Barcelona, I decided that I wanted to have a baby.
Yes.
And that happened in 1989.
Yeah, wow. A lot of people didn't know that.
Yes.
She have a big picnic. Yeah.
Yes, I have a 35-year-old son.
Wow.
And I decided I'm going to give my body a little break.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have a child. And I went ahead and got pregnant. And Troy came. It was a roller coaster because I didn't have sponsorship. You see all these athletes not getting the big sponsorship right away? Even though I was running very well and ranked in the top 10 in the world, it was very difficult for me. The year after my son was born, I ended up ranked 7th in the world.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And then the following year, Barcelona came and I got my silver medal.
Wow, you see that? Sometimes when women are thinking about conception or conceiving, there are other things at play. What did you say to your coach? Because your coach must look at you like he's a mad man. What are you doing? What were your family members saying? Because you're like, excuse me, motherhood can take a toll on you. You're not yet done. You're still in the thick of your career. Why now? I
didn't really consult with my family. It was just the person that I was with, of course. We talked about it.
Yeah.
And so it was a decision that we both made. You know, my friends, they were surprised because I think 2 other athletes, they also conceived about the same time that I did. Kathy Rattray-Williams, she conceived like a day after. But it was a conscious decision that I made. I wasn't sure when I was going to retire.
Yeah.
And at that time, people thought, you know, time was going to run out on me.
Yes.
So I was also of that belief that time was going to run out on me. And, you know, track and field, I wanted to run into my 30s and wasn't sure.
How was that experience for you? I mean, you know, you're training, now you're pregnant. How did you balance? Did you train while pregnant?
Heck no.
Yeah. One thing at a time.
When I found out, I was like, that's it. I think I trained for a week and then all the nausea and the feeling, and I was like, that's it, I'm done. I'm just going to rest. You know, I was making decent amount of money, and so it wasn't very difficult for me to actually make that decision because I knew that I could pretty much stand on my own 2 feet.
Right.
But it was very difficult to balance because here in Jamaica, you could probably hire a nanny. There in the US, you have to get, you know, send your child to the daycare at a very early stage from, you know, 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
Because I went back to training 6 weeks after. 6 weeks after Troy was born, I went back to training. Yes. I went back to training 6 weeks after my son was born.
So 6 weeks after giving birth, you turn up at training. No, you weren't breastfeeding, you weren't what? What happened?
I was breastfeeding.
Where you got the strength?
Listen to me, I don't know where I got the strength. It was very difficult.
Yeah.
I found a job because one of my sponsors kind of went away.
Yes.
So I was working part-time and went back to work and was training and taking care of baby.
How was that for you, Juliet, mentally?
It was difficult. It was very hard.
Tell me.
Because
a lot of women do
sleeping.
It. And many women make it look easy.
Yeah,
but, I mean, what's the reality of something like... Because oftentimes we say, boy, Juliet, that was so strong. And, you know, you're a strong black woman. But what does that really do to you as a person, to your body, to your mind?
Yeah. I had to stay focused knowing that I wanted to go to other Olympic Games. And there was an Olympics coming up. Yeah. And that was my main focus. So I did everything that was necessary to get to that point. It was very hard.
Did you experience postpartum depression at any point?
I didn't experience postpartum depression at all.
Or anxiety?
No, none of that.
Okay.
I think I was so focused on what I was doing, and I was younger.
Yeah.
So I think I was really gung-ho about all of what I needed to accomplish.
Right.
But
because you were in your 20s at that time?
Yes, I'm 25.
Yeah.
Didn't know how to cook. Really, listen, coming home, preparing meals, breastfeeding. But then after a while, I was like, that's it. I can't breastfeed anymore. I can't do this. So I had to stop breastfeeding after about 2 months.
Yeah.
I really wanted to go at least 3 months.
Yeah.
And so that was difficult. And the baby now had to go to daycare.
Yeah.
And
did you have a village to help you? Or were you pretty much on your own?
No, you're on your own. My family was way in Philadelphia. I'm way in California. So it was difficult.
Wow.
A difficult period.
Yeah.
Now, I had a village on the track. So there were times that I could take Troy to the track with me for training. And so the other athletes would kind of take turns and help out when he's crying and, you know, to kind of take care of him, to settle him down.
Yeah.
I think the most difficult part for me was once I started competing, to leave him.
Yeah.
And to go to Europe. That affected me.
Yeah.
It affected me, you know, pretty badly because he was born in September and I know left to go to Europe by that next June. So he was still quite young, but I needed to make money.
Yeah.
And so I had to make a living, and so that was a difficult time for me.
In the midst of that, I remember you said that you had to have an abortion at some point in time. Let's go back to that moment and that decision that you made.
Right, so that was way before.
Yes.
So I was 19.
Yeah.
I was having fainting spells and dizzy spells, and I didn't know what was going on with me. Now, I was a lazy athlete.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
At that time. I think when Troy was born, I was a different athlete.
You got your act together.
Yeah.
Because now you had a reason, a motivation.
So I complained a lot.
Yeah.
I used to complain a lot when I was in college, and they gave me a name, Faking Jamaican.
Yeah. You know, me can't, but
so a lot of people thought I was faking it, didn't want to work out because I was passing out on the track. And then I ended up at the hospital a couple of times. They didn't know what was going on, ran a bunch of tests. And then one doctor recognized what was going on with me. We ended up doing a particular test, a brain scan, and found out that I had a tumor. Oh. So I had a brain tumor. And if anybody knows where the pituitary gland is in the head, that's where it was. It was in my pituitary. Yeah. The doctor then explained to me what was going on with me, that I couldn't get pregnant, all these different things. My boyfriend and I, we've always taken precaution.
Yes.
And so when he said this to me, we went relaxed.
Yes.
I had to do surgery. And well, of course, you know, they're prepping you to making sure that you're okay, all the vitals, your blood tests. And then the doctor came back in the room and said, my mom and I were sitting there and said, she's pregnant. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm pregnant. I was told that this could not happen. But the doctor then said to me, well, we cannot operate on you while you're pregnant. So it was a very easy decision for me to make.
Yeah.
My life was more important at that point.
Absolutely.
And so we went ahead and they did the process. And a week later, I was able to have the surgery, the brain surgery.
Do you have any regrets about doing that?
No, not at all. That was a decision I had to make at that time in my life.
Yeah.
And my mom was right beside me to make that decision.
Yeah. Because a lot of women are faced with that decision. And some people, for whatever reason, think that abortion is something that is done willy-nilly.
Right.
I honestly, Juliet, don't believe that most women who are faced with doing an abortion does so from a willy-nilly perspective or is doing it as a form of birth control, right?
Right.
I am pro-choice, okay? It's a woman's body. The choice is yours as to what to do. And in some cases, as in yours, it's a life or death situation where I have to choose my life or this life that is not even fully developed or reach anywhere, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
And so it's very difficult for a lot of women to choose what to do, or maybe it's not difficult because it's either that or me. So what do I do then, right? So Troy is born. Barcelona, you have your 2 silver medals now, girl. Hello, under your belt. You then, now, so we knew you on the track. We knew you as, you know, athlete, star sprinter, fitness enthusiast, you know. And then we see you turn up in our politics. So people like, so Juliet was a politician all this time? Who knew? I didn't know. Oh my God. How did you make your way from track to politics?
I'm still trying to figure that out. I think I'm still trying to figure that out. I think upon returning to Jamaica, I was always giving back. I want to see better for my country. I've traveled the world. I've seen other countries, what they have accomplished. I believe in my country and know what we can accomplish.
Absolutely.
And I listened to people. I had a gym, so I would listen to people's stories as to what were some of the problems, what were some of the issues. And I felt, well, I have a big mouth and a loud mouth. And I think I've always stood up for persons who didn't feel like they were strong enough to stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
And I am that person.
Yeah. I want light bulb go off in your mind to say, ha ha, look at me. I could be a politician.
Yes, just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that. But it took a little talking.
And prodding.
And prodding. Took a little prodding, a good year or so to prod because I had to weigh everything because I know that it can be a financial strain.
Yes.
And so I had to figure out, okay, how am I going to do this? Had to talk to my husband, of course. What do you think? Because I'm going to have to probably need some of his money to help to support the cause.
You talked about your husband because, you know, there's that age gap.
Yes.
But I'm very happy for you, by the way. I'm big up to Silver Flynn. Mr. Flynn, hello, how you doing? What is that like to navigate marriage, relationship with somebody that's younger than you, and you now have a son too, so you're not just coming by yourself, you're coming with son. How did that dynamic work?
Okay, so there's a 14-year age gap. Love my young husband, younger husband.
Yes.
Because him now in them 40s, so I'm not that young anymore.
It's like, yeah, it's a catch-up on you now.
It's a catch-up on him now. So it wasn't that much to think about, especially with Troy, because by this time, Troy is an older person, man.
What did he think of him?
Whatever mommy wants, you know, he's fine with it. Once mommy is happy, he's happy. But he was in Miami at the time. He was in Florida at the time going to school. I think the apprehension was more Levon because he's younger. He didn't care what anybody thought.
Yeah. What about you? Because
I didn't care.
Because you know they love to put in a box. What she all?
Yeah.
What she not going? She tied on the young youth.
But me look good.
I'm if I told you.
All right.
Talk out there, good, clean out the girl. Stay good. Yeah.
I think once we were together for a good while, I started thinking, wait a minute, no, the age thing, does he want to get married? You know,
does he want children?
Does he want children? Yeah, of course, marriage and children. And then the man got tell me, him not really know if he wanted to have any picnic. And so I was like, okay, him not know about if he want to even get married. But we were young in the relationship. Time went by, we ended up purchasing a house together.
Nice.
And so I was like, okay, maybe this is a move.
Yeah.
You know?
It looks serious.
It looks serious.
Yeah.
Started really now talking seriously what we want to do. And then, of course, we got married.
So by that time now, children are coming in.
Yes.
How does the question of Are we going to have children? How are you now?
Then I started prodding and asking those questions.
So you wanted a child at that time?
I was open.
Yeah.
But I knew that he didn't have any. Remember,
Right.
I have Troy.
Right.
Right?
And he doesn't have children.
And he doesn't have any children.
Yes.
So I had to ask that question.
Very well.
And sometimes, you know, it takes a woman to really prod and ask those things. And
how old are you at this time?
By this time, I'm 46. But we got married. And then I ended up losing a baby.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You had a miscarriage?
Yes, I had a miscarriage.
Oh, wow.
At
Well, do that at 47?
Yes.
Wow.
I had a miscarriage.
So sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
we had a miscarriage.
Talk to me about a miscarriage. What is that a whole scenario like?
It was a trying time.
Yeah.
To say the least. To say the least, yeah.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Yeah.
It was very hard. I think he internalized and I more, you know, was more expressive. So it was very difficult. It was very difficult.
So after the miscarriage, talk to Levon again. We're saying we're not going to give up. We're going to try another method.
Yeah.
So IVF was your choice.
Yes.
Method of
Yes,
choice.
right.
Conceived.
Yes.
How was that for you?
Listen to me.
When you saw the double line. I mean, oh my God.
I was very excited. Levon started cooking for me.
Aww.
Listen to me, I was so pampered.
Oh, God. Tell us about, but hold on, by the way, Juliet, so by this time now you're?
51.
You're 51 years old.
Yeah.
And I remember when people, well, some of them would come at me, right? And tell me my clock a tick and
Me
this.
used to hear that. Even if you chose not to have any children,
it's still
what
fine.
is the problem?
Thank you very much.
And because I have so many friends who chose not to have any children, and they're fine. We're in the
Yeah.
same age group, 50 or you know, 50 something.
Yeah.
That was a choice that they made.
Yes, and I think the notion that, oh, you're not going to have nobody to carry no water come give you, you're not going to have nobody to take care of you. I'm like, excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Do you realize that you have home care nurses, you have healthcare nurses, you have senior citizen homes and so on? And I oftentimes laugh, you know, Juliet, because it's just the paradox to me that many of the people who are in nursing homes have children.
They said put them there.
And that's also not an indictment.
It's not an indictment on the
who
children.
Send their
Exactly.
parents to nursing homes, because the truth is sometimes parents are afflicted with illnesses that
they
you
can't
can't
take
deal with.
Yeah.
You don't have the capacity. You don't have the training, and you don't have the wherewithal. And the truth is, the parents are actually better off in a place of care where they can have a nurse or a doctor or a physician at their beck and call 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So some of the time when them talk, you know, girl, my back broad like shutter. Some of them, you understand?
Block them out.
Block them. Because if you listen to them, it's like, yeah. But I always used to use you as an example. See Juliet Cuthbert there, 51, pregnant, married, and looking very happy to me. So at 51, were you afraid or worried about anything?
No, because I had a very good doctor, Dr. DaCosta. We went through the whole thing, planned it out.
Did you have any like morning sickness?
I really didn't, you know.
No.
I had a good pregnancy. I didn't have any morning sickness,
Did you have like any cravings or aversions?
I had no cravings. It was a good pregnancy. I walked the hills of St. Andrew,
Yes,
West Rural,
wow.
with that little pregnant belly.
Yes.
It was fun for me because, you know, I stayed active. I
Yes.
stayed active. I was working out in the gym and campaigning until I was probably like about June. I decided, this is now after we won, you know, I decided that, you know, I probably need to just kind of take it easy.
Yeah, chillax a little bit.
Just need to chillax a little bit.
Lie down, man. Rest your body.
Right. I just needed
Settle your kickle.
Right. So,
Yeah.
so I needed to rest just a little bit, and I did that about June, and yeah, about the end of May, June. And my husband took a redundancy because he felt that he needed to stay home with me. Yes.
No, I'm sure people are watching it like, you're not a brother, you're not an uncle, you're not a cousin. Come to it, man. You can't have them good, but I just have them. No, man, you gotta spread the word, sis. You gotta help the ladies out there, sis, you know? So he took a redundancy and became a stay-home dad?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
that is very rare.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never really even heard of a stay-at-home dad in Jamaica who consciously did that.
He consciously made that decision.
How did that dynamic work? How did that help you?
I had meals prepared when I got home because, you know, we only had a helper like, you know, on the weekends.
Yeah.
And so he made sure meals were prepared once I got home from walking in the hills of St. Andrew, West Rural. It was awesome just watching him just, you know, taking care of me.
Yes.
It was an awesome feeling.
Talk to us about labor and delivery, though.
Labor and delivery, Lord have mercy. So I was having a few little complications here and there near the end.
Yeah.
I think I was probably overdoing it. And so I ended up in the hospital, and the doctor was like, okay, I'm supposed to be due next week.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, doc, why, since I'm here, I don't think I want to go home and then come back. So why don't we just do something?
Yes. You know, said Juliet, orchestrate, you know. Yes.
So we decided on a C-section.
To take her.
Yeah. The Sunday, July 31.
Oh.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And when you heard that cry,
Lord.
like, I mean, what you think? What you feel?
Listen, I think I was so excited. It was an exciting feeling for me that morning, preparing and picking out the outfit that she was going to put on and all the fun stuff. But it was so awesome when they put her on my chest. And then I think I fell asleep right after that.
Yes, I don't know.
From the anesthesia.
Then put
so as soon as that, and then they transported her over to the little crib thing, I think I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then I remember waking up and what I was asking for. Where's my baby?
Yes.
Where's my baby? I woke up, where's my baby? They go, she's upstairs.
Yes.
And so I was wheeled upstairs to see her.
Wonderful. When you saw her, I mean, you know, did you cry? Did you smile? Did you?
I was just filled with joy and gratitude.
What's the most difficult part for you? The newborn stage, the toddler stage?
This stage.
What is this stage? No?
The top back 8-year-old, 9-year-old stage to tell me that I can make my own decision. Which part of you can make your own decision? You're in my house. I'm the one paying the rent.
What are you growing?
And me pay the bills.
Yeah. What are you growing? Are you growing?
Yes. To be able to speak up.
To advocate for themselves.
Yeah. We, you know, give her that opportunity to think for herself and not for us to tell her what she needs to do.
Has she ever asked you a question that totally stumped you? Like, one of the things I like, and I don't fear it, but it's like, Lord Jesus, them people can't ask a bag of question. And some of the questions are like, you know, I don't know. Like, have you ever been stumped, and how do you treat with that?
She asked me about babies. And I explained to her, didn't go in much detail, but I did explain to her that the woman, she have the eggs, and the men have the sperm, and fertilize the eggs, and that's how and then the babies form in the belly, and then the mommy's belly grow, and then the mummies have the baby.
Yeah.
So yes.
My friend's son asked him the other day, what does it mean to make love? He's like 5.
I didn't get that. I haven't gotten that question yet.
I'm like, you don't want to play that toy soldier. Like, you don't want to go outside. When he delved deeper, he realized it's not what we were thinking. Like, thank you, Jesus. Father God.
Because remember, the kids of today is not like us back in the day when we never have the gadgets that they have now. And things pop up.
Yes, from time to time.
Things pop up, and so they're going to come and ask you questions.
And the environment, too, because sometimes they're at school and they will hear their friends talk or say things, and they will pick it up as well. So, Juliet, for a woman who is in her 40s or is even in her 50s and she's thinking, oh, having a child at this age is impossible. I'm too old. They're going to say I'm old. What word of inspiration would you give to such a woman? The
first thing you must do is go talk to your doctor. Talk to your OBGYN. Speak with your doctor to find out their tests that they can run just to find out if you're okay. If you're a healthy woman and your eggs are still there, you have enough eggs to produce, I don't see the problem. Once you're healthy and the doctor said it's fine, go right ahead and you feel okay about it.
Having the kids so far apart, right? Because Troy is all of 30 years old. He's a grown man. And having a daughter, you know, at that stage, that age gap.
Yeah.
Did you forget about, you know, I mean, what it entailed?
No, sir, that motherly instinct just kicked right in. Remember, we have that motherly instinct.
Yes.
So it kicked right in. And then, as I said, I wasn't bogged down with track and field. I wasn't bogged down with running and, oh my God, I have to go make a living and, you know, I need to buy this house and I need to get this money in the bank. I'm secure. I was living my life. I was relaxed and carefree you know, and I have a husband who cared and loved me, and it was a perfect time. Combination and time to really do it.
Yeah. I want to thank you for sharing with us today on Modern Mommy Diaries, because motherhood looks different for different women.
Yeah.
It's not a one size fits all.
No.
And I want mature women to know life not done upon you. Pregnancy not done upon you. You're not who they say you are. If it is God's will for you to conceive, you can conceive.
Yes.
Right? We know the Bible, the pregnant late. A Ruth, we miss a Sunday school class there. The Ruth, Chris, Ruth, Dokish? Yeah, Ruth, yeah.
And there's things out there that can help you.
Thank you.
Right?
Right? Things and times have changed.
Exactly.
So there is no need to be rushed.
Right.
Unduly. But also, Juliet, some people who...
And some of these people who are having all these children probably shouldn't be having so many.
Absolutely.
If you can't take care of them financially, because what I look at is education.
Yes.
You want your children to be better off than you, don't you?
Absolutely.
So wherever I started, I don't want my children to start there. I want them to have a better life.
Absolutely.
So you have to put the things that's necessary in place to make that happen. Like we tell Zara, whatever investment we have, whatever it is that we're doing, it's going to pass on to you so your generation can be better.
Absolutely. Making the generation better.
Yeah.
And that is how we pass on generational wealth.
Yeah.
Well, you, my love, you have left us with a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of information, a wealth of motivation, and a wealth of inspiration, because I feel like I'm going to take up back my gym shoes. I'm going to put on back my tights, and I'm going to go back in it again. Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much. You're absolutely amazing. You're a living legend. You're an icon. You're such a wonderful human being. And with all of it, I'm here to say something earlier, say like you're loud or whatever. Loud is good. The loudness make the demon in enough of them tremble. That is why I have to talk loud so you can hear what I'm saying. I don't response. Not everybody's going to be docile and diffident. Some of us have to be loud, and this is fine, okay? So you're making a change, you're making a difference, and I wish you all the best, continued success, and may you continue to mother your children, and in a way that when they become adults, they will say, yeah, I'm my mother that. And I'm sure that you have and will continue to make them very proud.
Thank you.
Zara of our own role model.
Thank you.
My mom is my role model.
And all the best to you.
Thank you, my love.
Husband and child.
As a good as. Boy. And as a good as, I have to present you with this lovely token of our appreciation. Thank you, Keish. Thank you so very much.
Give.
Yes, you know when you come on Miss Kitty Girl, I forget things, girl. So this is for you, my love. I wish you all the best.
I wonder if she put no one green because she knows I'm a green.
You know, sell them see the person detail. Jesus, when the road is you saw me get dropped here. Oh my goodness. So that is for you as a token of appreciation for you taking time out of your schedule to be here with us for sharing and being very real and authentic. Please go into the bag. You have to take it out though. Yes, and show them what you hard get.
Hey.
Yay. See that? Making moves, girl. And you always are making moves. You're moving in the gym, you're moving in life.
I'm moving everywhere.
And you're moving up the ladder. So thank you so very much. And to your wonderful husband as well, because I think having a good partner, a great partner is clutch.
Yeah.
I think having that support system.
He's wonderful.
Yeah. I see it on her face. I'm going to send her home now because I don't want Mr. Flynn come knock on the door. I say, aye, Miss Kitty, where's my wife? But Juliet, thank you so much, my love. All the best.
To Troy and Zara, life is a journey with many different turns, bumps, potholes, but take your time to make the right turn on that journey.